Hello, everybody. You're here for YouTube. So we're talking YouTube today, how to gain traction and get started if you're new to it. And we're going to cover a lot. So if you have questions, like Randy said, be sure to write them down because we're not going to be able to cover everything. So if you have questions, make sure you write them down and I can answer them at the end. So let's get started. First of all, my background. Randy mentioned this. I have been creating content for quite a few years now, and most of my experience has been in short form content, such as like YouTube Shorts and things like that. We're approaching 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is really exciting. And I average about 50,000 views a day at the moment. Trying to get that up, but yeah, that's my background on YouTube, and we will get right into the actual content. So there's quite a few different ways to make short form content. One of them is leveraging long form content. So this is actually perfect if you already have YouTube videos. Like if you've already made videos for your product, or maybe you have like an infomercial or like some type of commercial of some kind. Any type of long form content you have, you can repurpose it for short form content. This actually saves you a lot of time, and it's a very efficient way to make content. This is becoming more and more popular, especially for podcasts and especially businesses that have product demos. You can have a 10-minute video and just post like a 15 to 30-second highlight, or even up to a minute, depending on the type of content you have. We're actually going to be doing this for this webinar. So this webinar will probably be a YouTube short, and so enjoy it while it's live. You can do this for a lot of different things, and there's some tools you can use to actually do this, and I'll cover that later in the presentation. Next up, SEO on YouTube is actually very similar to Google. I mean, no surprise, right? YouTube is owned by Google, very similar algorithm, basically the same thing. It's just for videos. So if your content is searched a lot on YouTube, SEO is very important for you. If you make content about like lawn care or pressure washing, anything like that, the keywords you use should be related to that, right? Should be relevant. Obviously, a lot of people know this, but it is very important. And SEO mainly just comes down to keywords in the title of your video and in the description. So if you have a business that gets a lot of search, then make sure to focus on this. And when I say keywords, I literally mean keywords. This is an easy hack that I do in a lot of my videos. I list 20 keywords or more. Sometimes I'll have a whole paragraph of keywords, and sometimes it doesn't even make sense. I literally just list like relevant keywords that people search that are relevant to my content. For instance, here at UENI, we sell websites, right? So if we make a video about websites, we're going to use keywords like best website builders, best website builder for beginners, best website builders in 2023, affordable website companies, small business owner websites, things like that, right? And in this picture right here, that's literally what we're doing. We listed a whole paragraph of keywords relevant to our content. I definitely recommend this if SEO is important for your business. It's an easy thing to do. So, when it comes to content on YouTube, YouTube recognizes good content by watch time. So essentially, the longer people watch your videos, the more views it will get, because YouTube sees that as a video worth watching. And YouTube makes money. They make more money if you're on their platform longer. That's how their advertisers make money. So they want you on there as long as possible. So watch time is very important. And yeah, essentially, the longer people watch your videos, the better that content is in YouTube's eyes, and it'll get more views because of it. Now, that's good to know, but how do you make engaging content that actually retains your viewers' attention? First, you have to hook your audience. If you ever took English class, they talk about, when you write a story, you have to hook your audience. Like in a movie or in a book or anything like that, you got to hook your audience within the first few pages, within the first few minutes, so they can watch the whole thing, right? Content on YouTube is no different. So you have to hook your audience within 3 seconds, especially on YouTube Shorts. I'd say 3 to 5 seconds is the sweet spot of when your audience actually decides if they want to keep watching, a 30-second video. And once you hook your audience, you have to keep them on the video, right? First, you have to hook them. Then you have to keep their attention. You do that by using visuals like on-screen captions or images. And this is really important in the editing process. After you record the video, editors are very important for this. I will share a few tools that can help you with this later on. And this helps you keep energy up throughout the video. So it helps with viewer retention and just overall interesting content. Now, we are going through this pretty quick, so I'll try to slow down a little. But I did mention some useful tools for content. I personally use ChatGPT a lot for content. You can use it for a lot of things. You can use it for scripts, keywords, content ideas, and even like if you have questions about like how to make a good thumbnail for YouTube or anything like that, it will literally answer almost any question you have, as long as it's not too weird or whatever. But I mean, ChatGPT has its limits, but it can do almost anything. Now, when I will say though, if you're going to use ChatGPT for video scripts or anything like that, or if you have content ideas, I would not recommend copy and pasting. I would not recommend that. I would say that if you are going to use it, tweak it. Whatever answer it gives you for, video scripts, like I said, don't copy and paste it. Add your own spice to it. You got to spice up the content. If you want it to be interesting, you got to add your own flavor to it. And I think that applies to content ideas as well. Now, I mentioned SEO before for YouTube, using keywords and things like that. If you don't know what keywords to use, you can literally ask ChatGPT. If you have a pressure washing business, you can tell ChatGPT, hey, give me 50 keywords relevant to pressure washing, and it'll list it within 2 seconds. So this tool is amazing for a lot of those reasons. Now, next up, this tool is Getmunch.com. This is actually really important. If you have a podcast or like really long videos, like if you have an hour-long video, this you can literally, or any length video for that matter, you put the URL of your YouTube video, you put it in Munch, and it automatically creates short form videos based off of the content in that video. It's very, very helpful. We will actually be using this tool for this webinar, so you should do the same. It can actually add like text captions as well. I mentioned adding, on-screen text and visuals to your content. This is a great tool for that. It's actually really affordable too. They have a free version and they have a paid version. So I'll let you do your own research on that side of it. But this is a very useful tool if you want to turn your long form content into short form content. Now, next up, this is CapCut. If you haven't heard of CapCut, or if you edit videos, this is a very useful tool, especially if you want a free video editor. This is really useful on your phone. I've actually never seen it on desktop. I'm not sure if they have a desktop version of it, but this is a mobile app. It works very well for TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels, all of those. It integrates very well. It's a free video editor, and I think they have a paid version, but I don't even think the paid version is necessary. This is actually really helpful, especially if you're just starting with your content. It automatically adds text captions as well. You literally just tell it to automatically add captions. You can change the style of it, all those things. And this is a great editor if you're just getting started. Now, when you're first getting started, mindset is one of the most important things when it comes to creating content. Because in the beginning, you might suck. You might suck at making content when you first start. I did. I posted content for like 6 months to a year of mostly garbage, if I'm being honest. 80% of it was just really bad. But first, you have to start somewhere, right? And you get better by doing more of it. If you want to play golf, you're going to suck at first. You have to hit 1,000 golf balls before you get any better, right? It's the exact same thing in content. Practice makes perfect, right? So you might suck at first, and that's okay, but it takes time, especially if you want to grow organically. You're going to have to put some time into it, and it'll take some time. So patience is key. You have to be really patient with your mindset. Now, getting started is hard. And like I said, you might suck at first, and that's okay. Actually, you might be good. You might be decent. Who knows? But either way, you got to be patient, because in the beginning, you're going to have to post a lot. You have to post a lot to get better. And once you become very consistent and you post a lot, you'll naturally get better at making content. That's what happens. And once you get better at it, then you start to focus on the quality of your content. Let's say you're posting 2 to 3 times a day, like in the beginning. Once you start dialing down on the quality, you might take it down to 1 post a day, because you're focusing on what actually, what is quality content. Because you can have a video that gets 10 views. Yeah, you post that 5 times, 5 times 10, that's 50 views. But if you have one video that gets 5,000 views, you just 100x your output simply by just making a better video. So that's why quality is important. Then once you actually dial in the quality of your content, that's when you can start adding quantity back to it, right? So high quality videos and lots of them, that's what wins on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any platform out there. This is relevant. So first, remember quantity, post a lot first, get good at it, then dial in on the quality of your posts. Then once that's done, you combine both of them. That's it. It's a simple process. It's not easy. It takes time. This happens over the course of years. I'm currently in the process of creating more high quality content. It's a process. So remember, mindset, be patient. Now, we actually went through this very quick. I know many of you probably have a lot of questions. So because I went through this really fast, I think we can answer even more questions than on our last webinar. So I'm going to open this up to questions at the moment. I know we may have a lot, so I'm excited to get started.